Our next story is about a license for the most unlikely thing in the world. A license is essential, a permit from administrative authorities, from dangerous things like guns to essentials like driving a car. You need an official document to prove that you have been approved for it. It's important to regulate who can and who cannot. But in one country, you may need a license even for begging, or even a QR code reader. There's more.
You've heard of licenses and permits for many kinds of things. But have you ever heard of a permit for begging? Yes, a fee being paid to the authorities officially to get a license to beg. A town in the Scandinavian nation of Sweden has just introduced it. From now on, those who want to beg on the streets of Eskilstuna, which lies west of the capital Stockholm, can pay 250 Swedish krona, or roughly $26, and get an official permit. The town's authorities want people to take this license seriously, and so it has a rather heavy penalty attached to it. Anyone found begging for money without the permit faces a fine of up to 4,000 Swedish krona, or about $417. Valid for 3 months, the permit can be obtained by filling a form at a police station. And guess what? You can even apply for it online. All you need is a valid ID. While critics say that this is bureaucratizing begging and making it even more difficult, applications for permits have already started to pile up. The local news broadcaster reported that 8 permits had been filed over the weekend, while 3 others begging in the town centre without a license were informed of the new law by the police. While all that sounds fascinating, it's a good time to remember that it's not just Sweden that's home to high-tech beggars. China too has its own share of affluent arms seekers. And in fact, like in many other things in the world, it could be leading the race in this too. Because begging in China is evolving as fast as its technology. Chinese beggars have gone digital. They say no to cash and yes to digital money. In a country which is big on cashless economy, the homeless and the destitute are not too far behind as well. Watch how these beggars stop this woman at a traffic signal. One woman is wearing a QR code on a strap around her neck. The other sticks out a card swipe machine. The tin cans for collecting change have been long ditched and are nothing but optics. The QR code beggars have become a common sight. These beggars strategically position themselves in crowded tourist areas to collect money. How much money are they making, you ask? Well, they can make up to 400 yuan or $58 a day. And it does not end there. The beggars ask their patrons to make donations through Alibaba Group's Alipay wallet or Tencent's WeChat wallet. It gets better. If you're faced with a beggar who carries a sponsored QR code, then you don't even have to give alms. Small businesses pay beggars for every sponsored scan. And these businesses use patrons' scans for marketing purposes. In short, it's a win-win situation for everybody. A third of all mobile payments in China are made with QR codes. It was invented in 1994 by the Japanese company Denso Wave for the purpose of tracking vehicles during manufacturing. Over time, it slowly transitioned to online payments and spread across the world. But Beijing has leapfrogged all nations. In China, QR codes benefit not just the haves, but the have-nots too. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.